Stick around to the end of the video and I'll be announcing the winner for my Mike 8-bit Funko Pop from Stranger Things. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, JustinWatchesMovies here with my review for Black Panther, which is the 18th Marvel film. 18 films, that is outrageous how many Marvel films there are. And this stars Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, who is the Black Panther. After returning home to Wakanda after his father was killed during the scenes in Captain America Civil War, he becomes the king of Wakanda and learns how to become a ruler of this country. We were introduced to the Black Panther in Captain America Civil War, and I thought those scenes in that movie were terrific, and I couldn't wait to see a standalone film with that character. And here we are a couple years later watching a Black Panther film that I thoroughly enjoyed. This was a very different Marvel film, although it did have some elements of a typical superhero film. There is a lot of things to really praise and love about this movie. One thing I loved about Black Panther is the character of T'Challa, played by Chadwick Boseman. He did a great job in this movie. I loved watching the progression of him trying to understand what it took for him to become a king. He understood that there was a lot of things wrong in the past that he had to address, and the motivation within himself to address those issues and become the king that his father once was. And it was a fantastic journey because I loved watching him become the king that he wanted to be within himself, and he knew there was things that he needed to change within his country and the tribes in Wakanda. And I love the progression and character development for T'Challa, and that is paired very nicely with Michael B. Jordan's Eric Killmonger. I'm a huge fan of Michael B. Jordan. I think he is a great actor. I loved him in Creed, Fruitvale Station, Chronicle. He is a great actor, and I was excited to see what he would bring to this villainous role as Eric Killmonger. As I was watching this movie, I think that Killmonger is one of Marvel's best written villains because the villain had motives that I could understand. Just like Michael Keaton takes on the Vulture, I really loved that villain. Here, I understood where he was coming from. I almost wanted to be on the side of Eric Killmonger. And although he was killing a bunch of people, I could understand where he was coming from. He had this message that he wanted to send to the world, and honestly, he wanted to help out the world, but it came off as a villainous way. So there was times where like, yeah, I'm on board with this guy. I love what he's saying. I understand it. I almost wanted to be on the villain side, but then he starts killing a bunch of people. I'm like, that's why you're a villain. That's why you're categorized as this villain, because you just murdered a bunch of people. I love the conflict between T'Challa and Eric Killmonger. Added a lot of tension to the movie, and it addressed certain things that are happening in the world, and even made the Black Panther kind of change his mind about things. This is a very different looking film than a typical Marvel film like Captain America or Iron Man. The colors in here are very vibrant and they handle the culture very well. I love the world building in Wakanda. I love the colors. I love the music. A lot of things about Wakanda was nicely placed into this movie, and I love the community and understanding different characters like T'Challa's sister and his mother. I love that they brought this community together to really help out each other, and that was a big message in this movie, and I love that message, and I love how it was handled. It wasn't kind of just like shoved down your throat. It was a nice message, and it played nicely into this movie. The action in here is really great too. There are a lot of scenes that it's kind of hard to see, not enough lighting going on, but during some action sequences, I love that it wasn't quickly edited. You're following one person as they're fighting someone, and I love movies where action scenes are filmed like that because it just really puts you into the moment. And although these action scenes are really, really cool and really nicely edited, this movie didn't have that one big moment or one memorable scene that I took away from this movie. I do love the characters, I do love the message, I do love the villain, and I do love the country of Wakanda and the colors, but there isn't one scene in this movie that I felt was memorable for this movie. Movies like Avengers Age of Ultron with Hulk and Iron Man, that is so memorable. And also like Captain America Civil War where they're all fighting against each other, that's so memorable. Unfortunately, Black Panther just didn't have that one memorable scene for me, one scene that I took away and I was like, I really love this scene right here. This is my favorite scene of the movie. or even a scene that I just was thinking so much about afterwards. They are nicely edited, it's cool to watch, but I felt like it was just lacking that one memorable scene. And also, a lot of elements of this movie did feel like a typical Marvel movie, and I think that's where we are now. 18 movies into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it just feels very typical, and it's hard for a movie to come along and just really amaze you when we've seen a lot of them all before. But this did feel a little bit new at times with the country of Wakanda, the characters, the colors, the music. It was nice. It just wasn't focused on having those all-out action sequences. It was also focused on building up the characters and the tribes that are in Wakanda. And those scenes I really do appreciate. Overall, I did enjoy Black Panther. There are a lot of elements that did feel very typical to a superhero film, and it just lacked a memorable moment for me to take away. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Black Panther an A-. Still a really good Marvel film, better than a lot of Marvel films that we have gotten. And I can't wait to see what Black Panther does in Avengers Infinity War and in the future. Alright guys, it's time to give away my Mike 8-bit Stranger Things Funko Pop. This is exclusive to Target. This was my February Funko Pop giveaway. So let's hop over to Gleam.io and figure out who the winner is. Thank you everybody who had entered the contest, shared it, liked the video, comment that you entered. I really do appreciate it, and I love doing these contests. So let's hop over to Gleam.io and figure out who the winner is. Alright guys, here we are. We had 382 entries. It has ended. One US resident will receive a Mike 8-bit Funko Pop. Alright, so let's figure out who the winners are. We had one winner amongst 42 potential users. Drawing the winner. And the winner is... and the winner is Andon Yasovsky. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I really do apologize. I'll message you. You visited Hotchkiss on Facebook, so I'll message you right away so you can give me your address and I can send you the Funko Pop. Thank you for entering, and thank you everybody who had entered the giveaway. Stay tuned for March's giveaway very soon. So, have you guys seen Black Panther? What do you think about it? Leave your thoughts down below, and stay tuned for my all 18 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies ranked. I love doing ranking videos. I can't wait to get that out for you guys. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.